Did you know you have rights you might not be aware of? You see, the legal landscape is like an unseen shield, protecting us in ways we may not even realize. In this vast world of laws and rights, it's easy to overlook some of the protections that are designed for us. But why does it matter? Well, understanding your legal rights is like having a secret weapon. It empowers you, giving you the ability to navigate through life's challenges with confidence. Knowing your rights can help you make informed decisions, protect your interests, and even stand up for yourself when necessary. So it's time we shed some light on these lesser-known legal rights. Consider this your personal guide to the hidden treasures of the legal world. So, are you ready to unlock some secrets? Buckle up for a dive into the world of your unexplored legal rights. Ever heard of the phrase, "You have the right to remain silent"? It's not just for the movies. This is actually a fundamental right you have when dealing with police questioning. It's part of the Miranda rights established in the United States in the mid-20th century and has since become a cornerstone of legal systems worldwide. Here's how it works. If you're ever in a situation where you are being questioned by the police, you have the right to not say anything that could potentially incriminate you. This is not an admission of guilt, but a protection to ensure you're not pressured into saying something that could be misconstrued or used against you unfairly. It's important to remember that once you choose to exercise this right, it's crucial to explicitly state, "I choose to remain silent." This tells law enforcement officials that you are invoking this right. Remember, your words can and will be used against you in the court of law. Can someone invade your personal space without your consent? Absolutely not. The right to privacy is a fundamental human right that safeguards your personal life from unwanted interference. This means that, unless you've given consent, no one can intrude into your personal space, be it your home, your body, or your personal effects. But did you know that this right extends to the digital world as well? Yes, your emails, text messages, and social media accounts are all protected under this right. So, if someone snoops into your digital life without your permission, it's a breach of your privacy. However, remember that this right is not absolute. There are exceptions in cases of criminal investigation or national security, but even then, due process must be followed. So, whether it's your physical world or your digital world, your personal boundaries should be respected. Your privacy is your right. Safeguard it. Can the police search your home or car without a warrant? Think again. You might be surprised to learn that, in many situations, you have the right to refuse such searches. This right is a cornerstone of personal privacy, stemming from the Fourth Amendment of the United States Constitution. This amendment protects citizens from unreasonable searches and seizures. But what does this mean in practice? Let's say a police officer asks to search your car during a traffic stop. Unless they have a warrant or there's probable cause, like seeing illegal substances in plain view, you can politely decline their request. Remember, this doesn't mean you're obstructing justice or being difficult. You're simply exercising a legal right. The same principle applies to your home. Without a warrant or exigent circumstances, like hearing a cry for help from inside, police generally can't enter without your permission. Your belongings are your own, and this right helps you protect them. Can't afford a lawyer? The state has got you covered. Imagine you're caught in a legal situation where you need representation but your pockets are empty. Don't fret. The United States Constitution guarantees you the right to a public defender if you can't afford a lawyer. The landmark case of Gideon v. Wainwright in 1963 made sure of that. Clarence Earl Gideon, a man with an 8th grade education, argued his own case to the Supreme Court and won. This ruling acknowledged that a fair trial is impossible without proper legal representation. So, whether you're facing a misdemeanor, felony, or juvenile court proceedings, you're entitled to a lawyer, even if you can't afford one. In a world where legal fees can skyrocket, this right is a beacon of hope. It levels the playing field, ensuring everyone, regardless of their financial status, gets a fair shot at justice. Justice should not be a luxury, and this right ensures that it isn't. Ever wondered if you can record a conversation or a public servant during duty? You might be surprised. This brings us to our sixth legal right you might not be aware of: the right to record. Yes, you heard it right. In many places, it's perfectly legal to record conversations, provided at least one party involved is aware of it. This includes recording interactions with public servants like police officers, as long as it doesn't interfere with their duties. However, it's crucial to note that the laws around this right vary greatly from place to place. In some jurisdictions, all parties involved must consent to the recording, and even when it's legal, using recordings in certain ways could have other legal implications. Remember, this right isn't a license to invade others' privacy or to harass. It's meant to promote transparency and accountability. This right can be a powerful tool when used wisely. Feel strongly about something and want your voice heard. You have a right to protest. In the heart of democracy, the right to peaceful protest is a cherished freedom. It's an avenue to express your views, challenge the status quo, and push for change. But remember, the emphasis here is on peaceful. This right doesn't include violence, destruction of property, or harm to others. It's about raising your voice, not your fists. It's about dialogue, not disruption. There are some limitations, though. Protests must not infringe on the rights of others, and authorities can impose reasonable restrictions on time, place, and manner. It's a delicate balance between individual rights and collective security. But why is this right so important? Because it allows you to be an active participant in shaping your society, not just a passive observer. Your voice matters, and this right ensures it can be heard. Accused of a crime? Everyone deserves their day in court. This principle is the backbone of our legal system, and it's known as the right to a fair trial. But what does it really mean? Simply put, it's the guarantee that if you're accused, you won't be judged unfairly or hastily. You'll have the opportunity to defend yourself, to challenge the evidence against you, and to have your case heard by an impartial judge or jury. It's also founded on the presumption of innocence until proven guilty. This means that no matter what you're accused of, in the eyes of the law, you're innocent until the evidence says otherwise. It's not your job to prove you're innocent, it's the prosecution's job to prove you're guilty. This right is a cornerstone of justice, ensuring that everyone gets a fair chance. It maintains the balance between the power of the state and the rights of individuals. So remember, if you're ever accused, you have the right to a fair trial. Ever felt like your vote doesn't count? Think again. The right to vote is more than just a privilege. It's a fundamental cornerstone of democracy. It's your ticket to participate in shaping the society you live in, a chance to express your opinion on who should lead and what direction your community, your state, your country should take. The importance of the right to vote cannot be overstated. It's the most direct way you can influence policies, laws, and the people who enact them. And remember, every single vote matters. History is riddled with instances where a single vote, your vote, could have tipped the scales. It's not just about the big national decisions, but also about local ones that directly affect your day-to-day life. So, the next time you think your vote doesn't count, remember that it's not just a vote, it's a declaration of what you believe in. Your vote is your voice. Make it count. Think education is a privilege. It's actually a right. Yes, you heard it right. Every person, regardless of their circumstances, is entitled to receive an education. This right is enshrined in various national and international laws, from the Universal Declaration of Human Rights to the Convention on the Rights of the Child. Education plays a pivotal role in personal growth, societal development, and the promotion of peace and justice. It is the backbone of a thriving society, fostering critical thinking, creativity, and problem-solving skills. It encourages curiosity, fuels innovation, and paves the way for a brighter future. But beyond its societal benefits, education is also about personal empowerment. It broadens horizons, provides a sense of purpose, and equips individuals with the knowledge and skills necessary to navigate the world. Remember, education is more than just a pathway to a good job or a means to climb the social ladder. Education is not just a stepping stone, but a right that opens doors to a world of opportunities. So there you have it, 10 legal rights you might not have known you had. We've journeyed through the unseen shield that protects us every day, from the right to remain silent and the right to privacy, to the right to refuse searches. We've explored the right to a public defender and the right to record, as well as the right to protest. We've discussed the right to a fair trial, the right to vote, and the right to education. Each of these rights plays a crucial role in our lives, serving as safeguards in our society. They're not just legal jargon or abstract concepts, but tangible protections that impact our daily lives. We hope that this has not only been informative, but also empowering. Understanding your rights is the first step to ensuring they are respected and upheld. Knowledge is power. Be aware of your rights and use them wisely.